It's an honor to be here with you tonight. And I told somebody, I said, just think about being in Iowa in December. You have to have a real reason to be here. And I got here and the weather was so magnificent. And so I called my wife and I told her, I said, honey, I said, it's 54 degrees. So it's like telling somebody to come to Texas in August. It's kind of like, maybe not. So, but anyway, let me just say how honored I am to be with men and women tonight who are truly on the front lines of renewing our culture in this country. And that is exactly what you do and what you're all about. And I want to extend my sincere thanks to a man that I've had the great privilege to get to know in a personal way and traveled to Iraq and Afghanistan with him as a governor and a person who daily still makes a difference in this country, strengthening our country's core because of what is in his heart, and that's Governor Huckabee. And to Citizens United, for producing this film and for sharing the inspiring message that it has, and sharing it with a culture that so desperately needs to hear this. We're in troubling economic times. These pocketbook issues take center stage in the national dialogue that we're having, and it's hard to think about anything else when you're sitting around your coffee table and you're one of 13 million people that don't have a job, and you come home and your children look at you and you still haven't the dignity to take care of them the way that you want to, and if you're one of those 45 million Americans that are on food stamps today, I understand the great angst that is in people's hearts about these economic times that we're in. But conservatives and people of faith disengage from the great moral debates of our time at the expense of the moral fiber of our great nation. We cannot disengage from that great debate. I often wonder what our founding fathers would think about America if they were to be able to see it again today. And the great distance that we've drifted from their vision of a land where life is an unalienable right, granted not by the institutions of man, but by the grace of God. The fact is, America is a nation founded upon the principle that human life is sacred and it must be defended. Our belief in the dignity of human life is not only written into the Declaration of Independence, it is evidenced by the actions of brave men and women of every generation who have risked their todays for someone else's tomorrow, protecting lives of people, in many cases, that they never met and would never meet. We defend freedom because our founders knew it is the birthright of every human being created in the image of God. But while the men and women of our nation's military defend America's founding principles abroad, those same values come under attack right here at home. We now have a president who mandated that religious groups provide their employees with insurance coverage for abortions, even if it is against their religious beliefs. This administration stopped providing millions in federal aid to Catholic charities because they refuse to provide abortion services. Or consider this example in my home state. This year, I was proud to fight for and to sign a state budget that defunded Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood clinics that have shut down. This week, the Obama administration, they declared that Texas has violated federal law. If Texans refuse to support the president's pro-abortion agenda with their tax dollars, we could lose millions of dollars in health care funding. I can assure you one thing, if Washington, D.C. is looking for a fight, they found one. I'm not going to back down from this fight as the governor. And if I have the great honor to be the President of the United States, you can bet I won't back down as your President either. I will end taxpayer money-funded abortions, period. And I'll do something else. I will work to end lifetime appointments for federal judges who legislate from the bench and who impose their beliefs. These legislators and judges do not deserve a lifetime appointment to the federal bench. And I'll stand with you as we work to pass a human life amendment to the United States Constitution. But if there's one thing that I can leave with you, it's this. The greatest victories in the battle for life is not going to be won in the halls of government. It's going to be won in the hearts of men. Yes, we must change the laws, but we must also change hearts and minds. That's why this film, The Gift of Life, is so important to our efforts. It represents a new strategy to restore our culture, one that replaces the acrimony of politics with the testimony of real people who, when faced with the most difficult choices, they chose life. Imagine the impact this film can have on a young woman dealing with an unplanned pregnancy. Someone who tunes out the political dialogue, but who might be open to watching a DVD with a friend. Imagine the difference that you can make, not in just one life, but in two. Imagine the great joy she may experience one day, not too far down the road, as she tucks her little one in bed, thanking God that she chose life. Some children are not born into ideal circumstances, but never, ever let it be said that there is such a thing as an unwanted child. Every life is precious. Every life is a precious gift from God. It is worthy of our protection. And to all of you who join me in that purpose, in that effort, I wish you Merry Christmas and God bless you. Thank you.